Alright, how's it going, you guys? It's January 30th, 2023. I can't believe it's already 2023. I hope everyone's doing well. I haven't posted one of these videos in a long time, just kind of like an impromptu video on social media. So super excited, a little nervous to be honest with you, but I hope the audio is coming in okay. I hope the focus is okay. Yeah, I've kind of been a little bit of a social media hermit for the last year. As most of you guys know, our son Levi was born last March 2022, which is really exciting. So we want to just provide our family the respect of having undivided time with each other, just to see him grow to where he is now, about 10 months old. So again, I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone had or is having a great start to their 2023 year. I wanted to make this video for a while. Timing wise, I didn't know if it was appropriate or not, but I finally feel in my heart, and after discussing with my business partner, that the timing is absolutely perfect. Which I wanted to make, without further ado, the unofficial announcement of what we've been working on called Husby.com. We've been working on this for about a year. My business partner Sam and I actually met on a sailboat in Hawaii. We were both interested in sailing. He's obviously a much better sailor than I am, but I had an interest in learning, so we actually ended up meeting on a boat, and we kind of introduced ourselves, and I explained to him what I kind of had envisioned. We just had a chance to get to know each other, and I asked him on a lunch date, as I do in most cases, and I pitched to him kind of my vision for what I wanted to do with this idea, and he was all about it. So that's really kind of the beginning of our relationship, our working relationship, and then obviously throughout the year and a half, we've gotten to know each other. We've become really good friends. With us moving to Denmark and Sam now based out of Florida, we thought it'd be a real challenge for us to be working together on this, because it is very heavily involved. However, we've made it work, and it's worked flawlessly. And I'd like to start this video off by saying, my gratitude towards Sam. I know, Sam's a software developer, a senior software developer for a big company right now, and for him to dedicate, a good portion of his life to work on this, is an absolute pleasure and an honor. And I gotta say, again, I'm not like tooting his horn here, but he's an absolute genius at what he does, and he's so professional, and he's just such a good guy, and I really am blessed to have met him and for us to be working together. Now, I've been working on this, I've been thinking about this idea for about 5 years at the very least. I think maybe closer to 6 or 7. As you guys know, I was very heavily involved in the real estate market in Hawaii. I had a large team that was doing about $100 million in volume of real estate. And so, we've been working on this for technically about a year, a little over. But in my mind, we've been working on this for close to a decade, because in that time that I was doing real estate, it provided me the opportunity to meet real clients, real people that were selling and buying, real Americans that were, making a life transition, whether they were, transitioning to a new job or to a new city, relocating, empty nesters, divorces, what have you. There's a lot of things that happen in life where you have to make a real estate decision. And so really I attribute where we are now and the idea and this concept and this business model to that 8+ years of me actually interacting with clients who indirectly had said, we really are looking for this kind of service. Now, as you guys all know, the market has changed quite a bit in the last, 36 months or so. It was for a very long time, it was a very, crazy market in which homes basically flew off the market, 30 offers in hand and everything like that. We're obviously in a much different time now, and I think, that kind of shows the importance of having a product, an alternative to conducting real estate business. And so that's, again, where we are today. So again, I kind of rambled on there a little bit, but so Husby.com, so what is it? Before I get started, I don't know how this works, but I'll be providing a lot of great links below or above or wherever. But associated with this video will be some very valuable links you can go to get more information. And my hope in making this video is, one, to provide, to make the announcement that this product is coming out, and secondly, to get, and more importantly, not only to get support, that'd be great, but to get feedback. If you're watching this and you're wondering, well, how can I help? Or how can I get involved? If you've ever thought about purchasing or selling a home in the past or in the future, then you can be of help, because what we've created in Husby.com is an alternative to the traditional form of buying and selling real estate. Now, a vast majority, an overwhelming majority of people, over 92% statistically, use a realtor to buy and sell real estate. The real estate industry has basically had a firm hold of how this is done in the US. It's very progressive in other parts of the world. Now, I live in Denmark. In Scandinavia, there are still realtors involved. However, the process of buying and selling real estate is a lot more streamlined. It's a lot more technologically forward. And it's a lot shorter because of that. So in America, it's very traditional, and I think that's by design. The real estate industry has created a system to where an individual looking to buy and sell real estate almost has to have a realtor or a broker involved to help facilitate that. The MLS is a multiple listing system where a vast majority, almost 90–95% of homes that are for sale are listed. So you can naturally think to yourself and say, okay, well, if the MLS, which you need a license to access, holds the key, so to say, to all the listings, and the agent or broker has exclusive rights to the MLS, it's no wonder that people have to use a realtor or broker, pay the commission to hire these people and to use the MLS to buy and sell their property. There are alternatives if you had the wherewithal to know that you could do it on your own and hire an attorney. You could, but obviously there's the marketing component. There's, where do I get legal documents? So a very small percentage, statistically speaking, between 3 and 7% people actually sell their own home, and they call this a for sale by owner. Okay, if you're selling your home, if you have an interest in selling your home, and you're having a dinner date with your neighbor, and they say we actually are renting and want to buy, this is the type of scenario where people actually sell their home to people they know. But otherwise, it's very difficult. Believe it or not, the number 2 way that people sell their own home is through yard signs. I kid you not. So an actual physical sign placed in their yard is the number 2 way that people sell their own property for sale by owner. It's traditional and archaic, to say the least. There are services out there that are free that people use to sell their own property. I'm sure you've heard of Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, even Zillow has a way you can advertise. But after that, there really isn't much support. So once you've identified or have perhaps found a buyer to buy a property, you're kind of still left in the dark as far as what to do next. Do you hire a realtor? Do you hire an attorney? And most people end up hiring a realtor to do the paperwork in that case. So you're still left paying a fee. We at Husby University have created a system and an ecosystem to where the listings and the homes for sale are aggregated organically by the people. I hate to use this term, but we're kind of like, if you want to simplify or use terms that we can understand, that's quite common nowadays, we're basically like the Airbnb of real estate sales. I'm sure a lot of you guys have used Airbnb before. If you're looking to either travel or even host your home, you can quite simply list your property for rent, and then you have guest booking reservations, right? There is no central database that a company or private or public holds hostage for you to access, right? That was, I guess, essentially before Airbnb, that was analogously to the hotel industry, right? Where you had to go through a hotel directly or a travel agent to book a place to stay for your next vacation. Airbnb came along and said, no, we're going to allow our users to aggregate the data in the database. And so that's in principle what we've done. We're allowing for someone who's looking to buy or sell a property to aggregate this data, our website, on their own. So you can see the immense power of this, right? So it's not very original in terms of principle. This has been done in a lot of different industries, such as hospitality with Airbnb, Uber with transportation, and real estate is really the last man standing as far as converting to this new system where people are empowered to do their own business. So Husby University is, again, a platform where people can buy and sell their own property for sale by owner. However, we provide all this service. The best part of this is free. You can log in, create a user account, and access all the features of the website for free. So you can essentially sell your house or buy a house for free on Husby.com. Although it's free, a lot of now again, there are services out there that are free that don't offer support. As I mentioned before, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Zillow, you can advertise for free.